Hello, I am out at a song fest and I just wanted to review with you what it was you were doing for your written composition today. You're working on your Chinese pentatonic composition. You should have 2 papers that you got last week. They look like this. There's a white one with 2 different sides, and there's a yellow one that has 2 different sides. Last week we did an example on this side of our paper, so this should be filled in for your paper. If you don't remember how to do the example, the steps are right here. I will do a quick example with you. I'll just do like 2 measures. Step 1, you are writing rhythm above the staff line. So over here you have your rhythms that you're allowed to use. Remember all this? You need 4 beats in a measure, so you're going to take some of these rhythms right here, or these rests, and figure out what equals to 4 beats. So I'm just going to pick a couple here. This is just the example. So I'm going to do a quarter note, and a half note, and a quarter rest. And I'll do another measure for you. Do 1/8 notes, quarter note, another 1/8 notes, and a quarter rest. All right, that's step 1. You do that for all your measures. Step 2, decide what notes you want to use for each of those rhythms. So back over to this paper. Now we're looking at our notes. Do, re, mi, sol, la, and do. Right? I'm going to take the rhythm that I just wrote and pick a pitch for it. So we're going to start with the pitch do. If you look real close, do is on the 2nd line. So I'm going to go back over here to this quarter note. I'm going to bring it down to the 2nd line. And do, the stem went up on the right. So put my stem up on the right. I'm going to go back over here and pick something for my half note. Let's do a mi. Notice mi is on the 1, 2, 3rd line. The stem goes down on the mi. So I go back over here, go to my 3rd line, 1, 2, 3, make a note head, and stem down. For your rest, you just bring it down into the lines. They don't have a specific location. Let's do this measure quick. 1/8 notes, I'm just going to pick some stuff because I think you get the idea. We're going to do a sol and a la. Both of those have stems going down, and again, your stems are over on your other paper. Let's do a re. Let's do a do and a sol. I'm going to pick both stems going down for that, and then my quarter rest, okay? So this is step 2, you pick your pentatonic note. And step 3, real simple, you just erase the stuff on top. That's hard to do with one hand, I'm sorry. You just erase the stuff on top. So then you end up with your notes written there, okay? So that was a quick example to remind you what to do. Now, for today's class, your job is to do the A1 section. So what we just did on the other side, you're now going to make your own 4 beats, 4 beats, 4 beats, and 4 beats. Start off with a time signature right there. Write your little time signature and a 4/4 time signature, right? Then you go over and you start with your rhythms. You pick your rhythms first, you bring them over, you write them above lightly. After you get your rhythms, you go to the teacher and have the teacher check your paper. Then you come back and you put the notes in, the pitches, just like we did on the other side. You take your rhythm and you move it to a pitch. Once you have all your pitches in, you have the teacher check it again. Today, A1 section should be done before you leave the room, and it should be checked by the teacher before you leave the room. Got it? Okay. If you happen to get your A section done and you want to move to your B section, make sure whatever you have used up here, you check it off over here so that you know what you still need to use. So let's say I used quarter notes and half notes and a quarter rest, but I still haven't used a whole note, 1/8 notes, or a half rest. In your B section, you need to make sure you use those rhythms. Same thing goes for the pitches. If you used a do, a re, a mi, and a la, but you forgot to use a sol, you have to make sure that you have a sol in the B section. Other than that, you can fill it in with whatever, but you have to make sure that you finish your checklist. It's also very important to check your checklist as you're going. Did you use the required rhythms? Did you use a 4/4 time signature at the beginning of the composition? 4 beats in a measure, finish all 12 measures. Did you use all 5 pentatonic notes? Is there a change between your A section and your B section? Do they look kind of the same? Or were you smart and used lots of eighth notes up here and then lots of half notes down here? They should look different. Repetition is real simple. Your A sections just repeat. So your A section up here gets written down here. It's real simple. And then finish this off. Neat written work, make sure I can read it. Correct note head size, again, make sure I can read it. And the stems going up and down in stem direction, that's all written right here. I know that was a lot of information quickly, but really all you need to focus on are these 4 measures. Remember to have the teacher check them. Do your rhythm first, have her check them. Then do your notes, your pitches, and have her check them. Okay.